Well, hey guys, welcome back. We're looking at another Broadway Limited Paragon 3 locomotive, and today it's the USRA Light Mikado, Canadian National number 3716. This is Paragon 3, DC, DCC, and sound. Paragon 3, if you don't know, is a supplemented system that uses a subwoofer that you can buy separately. MSRP on this $349.99, but you're going to find discounts out there. Brick and mortar hobby shops, online retailers that will bring that down into the twos. Broadway Limited, one of the companies with high quality steam locomotives for low prices, so that's pretty good as always. And we'll check out this Paragon 3 locomotive starting next. Alright, quick unboxing. I had asked you guys what you thought about getting rid of unboxings. People wanted to keep them overall, so I decided to keep them. 31 page manual CVs, talks about DC and operation in both DC and DCC. You've got the exploded parts diagram. Both tender and locomotive there, kind of shows you how it's built. Limited 1-year warranty, and the locomotive itself is under the foam. Let's take a look. So this one comes with some bracing, probably protecting. Looks like it's just sitting under the boiler there a little bit. Wrapped in plastic, a little tiny tender. Underside they always put foam in between the drivers, which is nice, and somehow I usually lose it. But there's that. Take that out. Got the loco. Got a nice matte black finish there. Tender. Take a closer look right now. Alright, let's take a peek at what you get here. Always losing pointers, so I always end up using different pointers. But on the front you've got an LED headlight. You've got the smoke box door, classification lights that are non-operable. You've got the number board mounted under the LED headlight. You've got crew entry steps going up to the running boards that have a very fine, very fine safety tread to them. You've got coupler cut levers. You've got the pilot here with a plastic coupler, spring-loaded coupler there, and a magnetic trip pin. You've got on the side builder's plates, smokestack, got the handrails. You've got some of the plumbing on the side of the locomotive, drivers, side rod, eccentric crank. Drivers, this is a 8-2 locomotive, light Mikado, means 2 pilot trucks. There's 8 wheels here, or 2 pilot truck wheels I should say, 8 driver wheels, and 2 trailing trucks there. You've got all the rivet detail back here in the firebox. You have vents. See that open and close there. Dynamo, whistle, boiler dome and sand dome up there on the top, and some more plumbing. Towards the back here you've got 2 cab figures, both the fireman and engineer. You have backhead boiler detail, which you should just be able to see with some light there, and the deck plate, which has a safety tread on it as well, and crew access handrails on the back. You've got the 8-pin plug here. The male part of the plug, female part, is on the tender obviously, and it hooks up with a wire harness. Got rivet detail adorning the roof there. Little cab window sunshade, another figure, windows here that are actually cleared out, it looks like, so just maybe the window frame, no plastic or clear plastic for the windows themselves. More plumbing and detail on the other side of the locomotive, and again another builder's plate up front. There, you got the bell mounted up top, obviously that free swinging moves, it's not fixed in place. That's it for the locomotive. Let's look at the tender. Alright, tender, there's the wiring harness. This is adjustable, you can kind of tuck this in a little bit. You've got the draw bore there. You have detail on this end of the coal where the auger would be, or where crew would access to shovel by hand. Coal load itself is pretty realistic. Canadian National on the side is nice, clear and legible. I think the print is nicely done. Rivet detail on the side nicely done. Trucks here on the tender are good. You got crew access letter on the back with water hatch and rivet detail up top. That's good. There's no rear light on this. Not supposed to be to my knowledge, just pointing that out. Coupler cut lever. Another coupler obviously with magnetic trip pin that's a spring loaded coupler. And that is, my friends, pretty much all there is to the tender. Handrails obviously up here with crew access steps to get to the tender or locomotive if the locomotive is attached, but there you go for the tender. I think it's time to get this guy fired up. All you do to get the Broadway Limited locomotives to move is simply apply track power and move them on their address, which is 3. The dynamo spinning up there, you hear that as the headlight comes on. We're going to go ahead and, well, it is moving at 1 speed step. Kind of gives you an idea of the slow speed control. Paragon3, so you're going to get this augment from the subwoofer. We're still at 1 speed step, just kind of showing you. Doesn't look like much hesitation, looks like some. 2 speed steps. 3. 4. And 5. So there you have it, going back in reverse. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. So we get a nice close look at the drivers there, how they're moving at slow speed steps. We all know that trains can go whirling around the track. Not really concerned with that at all. In terms of high speed steps, let's listen to some sounds of the locomotive, starting with the bell. Pretty good bell. There's no resonance in there or anything that's kind of speaker baffle rattle or anything like that. 2 whistle. You might hear the Paragon3 accessorizing that. Now, people that watch my Broadway Limited reviews want the secondary whistle, so I've just activated F22 for secondary whistle. Kind of has a built-in quill, as you can tell. There's also a lot of other sounds. Water fill, smoke is not equipped on this locomotive. You've got water injectors, you've got different announcements like freight announcements. So yeah, you just hear some sounds. It looks like it was playing the horn there too. I don't know, or the whistle. I don't know what that was about, or if it's just a error in the actual decoder. But there's lots of different sounds, radio sounds, maintenance sounds, etc. That's about it in terms of actual features. 28 functions total, so have your choose of which ones you want. Macro is one of my favorite. You can record a whistle and bell sequence and then play it back to go around your layout. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other tests. they seem to have cleared the sound issue. So yeah, just double checking to make sure those higher functions are working and not conflicting with each other. I got clear cab sounds as you just heard. All right, pull test of this little feller here. I just hit F8 to shut it up so you can hear the motor noise. Very, very quiet motor. 4.4 on the pull test. Now that's about 4.4 or 4.5 actually. Now every ounce is about 15 cars. I've actually proven this to be true with the recent tests. 15 freight cars about, so you're looking at about 65, 67 freight cars for one little locomotive. Broadway Limited, really good pulling power in my opinion. So good test there. Let's do a quick coupler height check here. Looks like it's dead on in the back, but you be the judge, because I'm seeing things just a tiny bit off from what you are, where the camera is tracks side and dead even. And let's check the front coupler. There you have it. I believe that is dead on as well. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Broadway Limited Light Mikado. This Canadian national locomotive, I think, performed very well in the test. Very smooth. It's a small locomotive, but pulled very well. For those folks that are interested, because I've seen some comments before in my Steam videos, the deck plate I will show you in the run-by is laying flat between the tender and the locomotive, which I know some people really care about, so I just wanted to show that, just like I've shown when they don't necessarily lay flat. Other than that, I really couldn't find anything wrong. I knew the smoke was not working in this locomotive, so I had to research to make sure it was not smoke equipped, and it was not smoke equipped, so reporting back to you guys that this version is not smoke equipped. But if you have any other question, as always, hit me down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.